What is the meaning of life? I don't know about you, but I have asked this question to myself 1,000 times. और मैं अभी भी खुद से क्वेश्चन कर रहा होता अगर मैंने कुछ साल पहले नहीं देखी होती ये मूवी जिसका नाम है आई वॉन्ट टू ईट योर पेनक्रियास। हाँ, नाम काफ़ी अजीब है बट द मूवी इजेंट अबाउट सम zombies और monsters जो आपका पेनक्रियास खाना चाहते हैं। The title of this movie comes from an old superstition. If there is something wrong with a certain body part or organ of your body, you can cure it by eating that organ. इस मूवी की स्टोरी रिवॉल्व करती है एक लड़की जिसका नाम है साकुरा और एक लड़के के अराउंड जिसका नाम मैं अभी नहीं बता सकता बिकॉज दैट विल बी अ स्पॉइलर एंड आई विल recommend you to not look for the movie details on my anime list or anywhere else on the internet. So in this video हम हमारे मेन प्रोटैगनिस्ट को बुलाने वाले हैं द ग्लूमी बॉय बिकॉज ही इज़ अ ग्लूमी हाई स्कूल स्टूडेंट हु इज़ इंट्रोवर्टेड एंड एंटी सोशल. One day, the gloomy boy stumbles upon a diary called Living with Dying, and he finds out a deep secret of our other protagonist, Sakura. Sakura is suffering from a pancreatic disease, and her time left is finite. और उसकी इस टर्मिनल इलनेस के बारे में सिर्फ उसकी फैमिली को पता है. इवन हर बेस्ट फ्रेंड डजंट नो अबाउट दिस. साकुरा नहीं चाहती है कि उसकी टर्मिनल इलनेस उसकी लाइफ को अफेक्ट करे एंड दैट्स व्हाई शी आस्क्ड द ग्लूमी बॉय टू कीप इट अ सीक्रेट. Despite this revelation, he shows zero sympathy or interest, which surprises Sakura. Sakura wants him to accompany her for her remaining days as he now knows about her illness, and rather being sympathetic, he behaves normally with her. He shows no interest in accompanying her, but Sakura keeps trying to convince him, and at last he agrees to accompany her for her remaining days. It may seem like जस्ट अ सैड स्टोरी जिसकी वजह से आप इस मूवी को ना देखो और मैंने भी इसे नहीं देखा होता अगर कोई मुझे बताता कि ये इतनी सैड होने वाली है बट आई वॉच्ड इट एंड आई एम ग्लैड दैट आई डिड. यस, इट इज़ अ सैड स्टोरी एंड इट माइट मेक यू क्राई बट दैट्स नॉट इट. It's not just a sad story about dying, rather it's a story about what it means to be living. The story, the plot, the animations, the OSTs, everything was great in this movie. But what I enjoyed watching more than anything was their relationship. Their relationship was way more complex than a romantic relation. They were polar opposites of each other. He was an introvert and a gloomy teenager, always minding his own business, and he never showed any interest in anything. और उसके बिल्कुल अपोजिट साकुरा जो कि बहुत चार्मिंग थी और एक्सट्रोवर्ट थी. Despite this, they start to form a bond where they slowly start to depend on each other and influence each other. As time passes, they become two people who are very important to one another. He brings her a sense of normalcy in her life, and she is the only real connection he's ever had. As they both spend time together, you get attached to the characters so much that you don't want anything wrong to happen to them. One more thing that I absolutely loved about this movie was the voice acting and the OSTs. The voice actors have done an amazing job. Even though I don't understand Japanese, there were so many scenes in the movie where the dialogues were delivered so nicely that you can feel every emotion that the character is feeling at that moment. And the background music makes it even more emotional. This was the second anime that made me cry so much after a silent voice. The story of the movie is so simple yet so beautiful. The story seemed quite predictable to me when I started watching it, but the climax completely surprised me. मूवी के 10-15 मिनट में ही मुझे पता चल गया था कि मूवी किस डायरेक्शन में जा रही है, लेकिन इस मूवी ने मुझे एक सेकंड के लिए भी बोर नहीं किया. पूरा टाइम मेरा इंटरेस्ट स्टोरी और कैरेक्टर्स में बना के रखा. दिस मूवी shows us how nobody is perfect, everybody is flawed in some way. At first, Sakura seemed perfect. She is always happy, she is not afraid to die, she enjoys every single moment of her life. But later, we find out about how she is also not perfect. This movie gave me the answer to the question, what is the meaning of life? And it also taught me that we should always love ourselves and we should be proud of what we do every day, no matter how small it is. So that is it for this video guys. I want all of you to experience this movie firsthand if you haven't watched it yet. This is one of my favorite movies and you should definitely not miss it. और हाँ, अपने पास एक टिश्यू बॉक्स जरूर रखना इस मूवी को देखते हुए. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back with another video related to anime. Till then, keep smiling and stay loyal to your waifus.
虜になってしまう